Welcome to Saint Lucia. You know, life is all about experiences, and when on vacation, if you can merge all those experiences in one magical location, then you hit the vacation experience jackpot. We're at Howelton Estate, which is a historic property overlooking the capital city of Castries. Let's go inside and find out exactly what they have in store for you. The house at Howelton Estate sits on 8 magnificent acres and was built in 1896, making it a 125-year-old Victorian-inspired house with lots of beautiful bay and palladium windows, decorative gables, trim, gingerbread, fretwork, and a fabulous wraparound porch from which you can enjoy the fabulous vistas of the Caribbean Sea and the capital city of Castries below. One of the best things about Howelton Estate is that it's close to where the cruise ships come in, so if you're here for a day, this is a great way to get all those experiences in. But also, if you're in a chair, it's very accessible. You just drive down and your chair could be going along here, and look who we're about to meet. Claudette, how are you?
I'm very well, Richard. Welcome to Howelton.
Thank you. It's such a gorgeous day. We're very excited to be here. Claudette is the proprietor and curator of Howelton Estate. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind it, the ethos behind Howelton Estate.
Well, Howelton Estate belonged to a dentist called Dr. Howell, and about 40 years ago we acquired the property.
Yes.
Where we developed it into a full batik operation and manufacturing. Wow. But at the moment what we do is we have various artists from the island who comes and work from here.
What inspired you to bring in local artists here to Howelton to do their creations?
The environment, the energy that we have here. We encourage artists that love the environment, they love the views, they like working here. There's a lovely breeze all the time.
Yes.
And we have a couple of painters on the property at the moment that you will meet shortly. For me is to create an energy for customers when they come in, where I have just planted beautiful flowers that you will see in a moment, and having a herbal garden and creating a more of a holistic energy.
So Claudette, tell me about what you're growing here in the gardens.
What you're seeing right now is anthurium lilies. They're hybrid anthuriums. And I supply to a couple of florists on the island. Also some churches call when we have, so they want us to donate. And it's easier for us because we have to harvest every week. The lilies are grown in coconut husk that we collect on the property.
Which is nice and sustainable. That's a really good use for that, eh?
Yes, so we use the coconut and we do our coconut oil, and we use the bark as well as the husk for the anthuriums where they grow in.
Love that. And you use your bamboo as the lovely signpost there.
We use our bamboo as well.
Yeah, and
I try to keep everything as local and as possible. That's what we have on the property.
Authenticity is important. So the ethos is you grow what you utilize here. Oh, I love this. It's a vanda.
It's an orchid. Yes, a vanda is orchid.
You're a lover of orchids.
I'm a lover of orchids as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. And then you were telling me about the herb garden. Walk us through the herb garden. What are the highlights of the herb garden?
It's more medicinal, more than cooking herbs. A lemongrass that we use in our candle making as well, as you can see. Beautiful. The highlights in the garden is patchouli.
I am amazed. Plant. How is it so large? This is amazing.
Everything we grow around Carabel triples in size. And because of how lush and how tropical it is here. You can smell
patchouli.
Yes, patchouli. It's got an oil in that
I
can be
love
used
that.
for the skin.
Great for aromatherapy, right?
Yes, for aromatherapy.
I love that. All right.
We grow aloes as well, and we have a few other medicinal herbs there, but it's all in patois, you know. So I don't know the English names for them.
Tell us the patois. Hello, this is why we travel, you know. When people travel,
I've got lemon cassiel here.
All right. Hello.
Casalata. Cassialata.
Hello.
Yes.
Give it to
We've got
us.
rosemary. Okay, that's English.
Yeah.
I've got tarragon.
Nice.
I've got setchle, which is like seven coins, and they're all medicinal herbs that I use it to bathe and to cleanse and to keep the energy flowing. And then we go into the Spanish herbs. We know it as godita in Saint Lucia.
Who taught you about this?
My old folks. There's a lady I actually spend time with who grows flowers as well in Mark. Lovely Miss Cecilia.
Yes.
And then she has a lot of medicinal herbs around her. So I've learned a lot from her.
Nice.
The other farmers as well that I spend time with, and you know, I'm just so coming from a farming background. I'm always interested in our herbs, and you know.
And you brought them to Howelton
And I brought
Estate.
them to Howelton because
Why
they
not?
all have a story.
So it's a labor of love then.
It is a labor
Howelton
of
Estate,
love. Yes, it is.
and showcasing the heritage as well.
Yes.
You actually have accommodations here as well.
Yes,
you have
I
two
do.
apartments.
I have 2 apartments here, and it's just finished recently for short-term rental. One is hibiscus, and the other one is coconuts. And hopefully in the future we can go into cocoa and another name as well. I'm like Balisier, you know, I'm trying to keep the names from what we have on the property as well.
So, chocolate grows on trees, and we'd love to stay and chat, but I need to go. The chocolate is calling me. So thank you for showing us
You're
through
very
the
welcome,
garden.
and you will meet
Claudette.
our artists in a minute. All of them, they'll be here to welcome you as well.
We're really excited.
Thank you.
Let's go and check out more of Howelton Estate.
You're watching the soul of Saint Lucia.
The environment here at Howelton Estate at 240 meters above the city of Castries is so inspiring and makes for the perfect environment for artistic creativity. As such, it's a very inclusive environment, and there are actually 6 artists in residence. We're going to meet them shortly, but just take in this magnificent view. There's some of us that travel for food and gastronomic delights. It's time for an Epicurean experience here at Howelton Estate, and I'm here with Jason. Jason, how are you doing, man?
I'm fine. What about yourself?
I'm good. I hear you're the chocolate expert.
Absolutely. I am the resident chocolatier.
All right. So everybody loves chocolate, right?
Absolutely.
And just like with a coffee bean, there's certain beans that are prized in the cocoa world, right?
And Saint Lucia is prized for its cocoa beans.
Yes.
The world over, as a matter of fact.
Yes, we have some of the best, most addictive chocolate. So you're actually set up and ready for a chocolate tour, right?
That is correct.
Who does this tour? Who is this tour?
For today's exercise, we're expecting a few guests from the cruise ship. But primarily, we also get our guests from the hotels as well.
And what kind of people you find coming to do this? What pulls them to doing this
I think
tour?
it's the unique estate experience, you know, and also the knowledge of the presenters, you know, that is, you know, critical in delivering, you know, and getting that total satisfaction. So, you know, those are actually selected based on the color, the feel,
okay,
and also the density of the cacao.
tells you it's ready.
That's correct.
Fit to be picked.
So,
okay.
Just introducing the cutting method to you right now.
Right. And you
know.
do grow it here on the property.
Absolutely.
But as children, tell me now what the deal was when you walking through the cocoa field.
Yeah.
And you pick these.
It was always about the reward. And you know what is the reward?
Tell me.
Once this has been sliced open, sucking on those.
Yes.
And we actually coined them jungle M&Ms. So that is actually the reward.
So tell us what the guests are going to experience when they come to do this
Yeah.
tour.
So we give them a comprehensive detailed knowledge, you know, first about the harvesting, then the fermenting, drying stages of the cacao,
Okay.
and then the grinding process, you know,
Okay.
and all actually takes place right here.
And it ends in cocoa nibs, right?
That is correct, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we have the three basic ingredients that make
Okay.
up a dark chocolate.
Okay.
You have the nibs,
Right.
you have the butter,
Cocoa butter.
and you have your sugar.
Not just any sugar.
We have-
Brown. Cane sugar. Love
That
it.
is
Love
correct.
it. So walk us through a little bit. Don't give away all the secrets,
Sure.
but walk us through what you do in a typical tour.
Typical tour. It would be the introduction of the entire chocolate making process from your nibs, as
Yeah.
suggested here, your butter and sugar. And we have a mortar and pestle. Mortars are hot, straight from the
Right.
oven.
Uh-huh.
You know, this enables the grinding process to be a
Okay.
lot easier.
All right.
Yeah. We first add in
I'll let
your,
you, the professional, do it.
your nibs.
All right. Which are actually savory. They're not as sweet as everybody thinks, right?
That is correct, yeah. So once that is added to, go through a motion of drilling.
All right.
Because the mortar is already preheated in the oven,
Right.
you know, it makes it a lot easier for the oil to be expelled from the nibs. As
Okay.
I said to you, it's 50% butter and 50% fiber. You know?
Okay.
So within a matter of minutes, so you could get that lovely aroma already, right?
Yes,
From the heat
absolutely.
generated there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then, after this grinding, we would add in our butter, you know, then our sugar, you know, and we continue grinding for about, say, 40 minutes total, and then we're ready to mold the chocolate.
And so your chocolate is going all over the world,
That's correct.
from Howelton Estate
That's
to
correct.
the world. Thanks for chatting with us, Jason.
You're most welcome, Richard.
All right.
Take care.
Pleasure.
You're watching the soul of Saint Lucia.
And here we have another experience, and we're joined by Della. Della, how are you doing today?
I'm good, and how about you?
Very good. I'm
Awesome.
very intrigued. What do we have here?
Well, here actually on the Howelton Estate, we're actually producing cold pressed virgin coconut oil.
That's supposed to be very good for you, right?
It is in all ways.
We're not going to get political, but you know, there was a story about this back in the day. But now we know the truth, right?
Right.
Perfect. And these coconuts are grown right here on property, right?
Right here, as you can see, if you look behind you, we have some tall, slender trees. These are the coconut trees.
Listen, I saw Clinton climbing one of them. Is he crazy?
He is super crazy.
Clinton, big up yourself.
Yeah, big
Clinton,
up.
Clinton does the shredding typically, and
Also
tell
the
us a little bit.
climbing.
Oh my gosh!
So he climbs these tall trees. I mean, it's not something you'll get anyone to do.
That's talent right there. So tell
Right.
us, after he shreds it, and we're going to show you how that goes, what's the next part of the process?
Okay, so the actual process is once he gets us the coconut, you'd want to open these up. Okay, with a machete or chopper, you open it up. Once you open it up, you will get the shell. Now
So that's a nut.
Yes, you get the shell or the nut, as we call it. In there has water, so you can drink it. It's very refreshing. It's good for your body.
And we say you wash off your hands, right?
Wash up everything. It's a cleanser, your cleanser for the morning.
All right.
All right, so once you break this one open, it will look like this in the inside. And again, this is where all your coconut milk or all your coconut oil comes from. All right?
Nice.
After this point, what you want to do is actually shred this. Now, this is where my crazy friend Clinton comes into play. All right? So he would insert this into the coconut shredder, and then it will come out like this. Okay, so you can see all the white is gone. From this point, you'll have the shredded coconut.
Me, please, me. You know what I want to do with this?
What
When we were children,
Snowflakes.
no, they add sugar to this, and this is the best candy in the world,
yummy,
right?
yummy.
Anyway, let's continue. We were talking about something healthy here.
Right.
And all right, I went straight to dessert.
It's
All right.
good, it's good.
So we shred it.
So once you shred it, you'd want to probably place it in a container like this and probably add like 2 gallons of water. Okay? After this point, you'd want to pass it through our coconut milk extractor, which will
Okay.
actually press it together and give you that fresh coconut milk.
Wow.
After which, you'd want to leave it to to ferment for 24 hours or overnight. And then next day, this will be your result, okay? You get mainly water. This darker part you've seen here is actually the coconut oil. And to the top is the remaining cream or curd, okay? Now the cream or curd is actually, you can take it and set it aside and then collect your virgin coconut oil. Then you'd want to filter it. So you can pass it through a cotton sieve, filter it down to give you purity with all the bits and pieces remaining behind. And guess what? Voila!
Voila!
Your final piece, okay?
Show us how you get the coconut shredded. Listen, this coconut is such a versatile fruit, eh? And I mean, I know our foreparents would have a little bit of this virgin coconut oil, Della. But you're here to show us a little bit more of the versatility. Where are we now? What experience is this?
Okay, so basically, as you can see, we did use the coconut to do the coconut oil. So the shells, we don't throw away. We actually use it as a candle holder. So how we go about that, after the coconut has been shredded, the empty vessel here, we would clean it up, okay? Then you'd wash it down, okay? So no bits. And then, of course, you'd want to sandpaper it and also seal it, okay? To ensure no drippage. After which, you'd want to put in your wick because it has to be centered.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to make sure you get the proper shell. And then, when you pour in your wax, it will look just like that.
You use a fudge stick to hold it in place.
You can use a popsicle stick, you can use clothes pegs, you can use chopsticks. A simple thing as a pencil can make use.
Yes.
All right, and then you have the different scent. This one is coffee. You can have a smell of
Coffee
it.
candle. Ready. And the ingenuity I love, because this is a bamboo ring.
Perfect for.
We need to get your candle artists to do lessons. I think this would be amazing. And we're seeing cloves, we're seeing coffee beans, cinnamon, and use essential oils as well. That is fantastic. So now we have body, mind, and spirit taken care of, and chocolate. Let's go over and meet a fashionista. We're heading over to speak with Christy.
You're watching The Soul of Saint Lucia.
So again, the shopping experience here at Howelton is one with a difference. You actually get a chance to see the artisans in their environment and creating original works. We're now joined by Christy. Christy, how are you doing?
I'm great, Richard. It's a
Christy
pleasure to meet
Creation.
you.
Pleasure is all
Yes,
mine.
pleasure.
And we were just over at the candle station and looking at the coconut and the bamboo. And you use the bamboo in making jewelry.
do.
Talk to us about it. Talk us through this design, Christy,
Everything at
because that's original.
Howelton, everything at Howelton authentic.
Wow.
I mean, this is our national plant. When I discovered the use of the bamboo, I said, this is what I wanted to do, make jewelry from the bamboo plant. So this is a 3-dimensional bracelet.
Jeez, my word.
Because remember, I'm an artist, so
Yes.
everything on me has to be different.
There we go.
So here we go, bamboo.
So
All
hold on now,
handcrafted.
that can go around your neck as
Yes,
well,
it
or
can.
around your ankle.
Yes, it can. Handcrafted,
Versatility.
hand-painted. You create a work
Wow.
of art with it, like
at
this.
that.
Watch, right here.
And you clasp
And
it
you
in.
clasp it like this.
Sure.
So you can get a wide variety
Oh, wow.
to match your outfit, to match
I
your
love
bag.
that. And you're all coordinated
Oh,
with
you all
with
the gold.
Oh my gosh.
They
so
come in, you know, yes.
you are known for your bags.
Yes, that's Christina.
Your tagline is "That's my bag."
That's my bag.
I mean, talk us through. This is
It
featuring
it
the
has its own
mattress,
story,
right?
yes.
It
Every
does.
bag has its own story.
Really?
Like my tag says, it's a creation for every story. So no
love
two
it.
bags will never look alike.
Wow.
So here you have the madras
Yes.
fabric being used here. But what is really cool about my bags, they are a work of art. So when
wearable art, just
wearable
like this.
art, right.
I love it.
So when I say no two bags are the same, you cannot replicate art. So every bag has its own spirit, its own feeling.
Yes.
So when I create the bag, you'll never know what's going to be on that bag in reference to the art.
Listen, you were working on this. Tell us a little about the inspiration behind this particular one.
Well, my color here is blue.
You're
So the canvas is
You're
blue.
you're a true artist, you know. I see you struggling to
Yes.
try and put it into words.
The color is blue, so
Okay.
you'll never know what colors will be going on there. So I prepped it for you already because I was
Okay.
already feeling the silver, and feeling the purple.
Yes.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's not completed yet. I'll just show you. I'm just going to add a little dark blue here.
Aye. Nice.
Now that's just colors. So I'm
Yes.
inspired by blue. When I'm finished now, I'm going to create the work of art. It's not completed yet. So can I do it for you to see?
Yes,
I'm
of
going to create
course.
the work
Let's
of art
see it.
for you.
Let's
What's in
see
my
it.
hair, what I'm feeling.
Yes. Ooh. All right. Wow. And we have some more. Wow.
So I will complete all of this, and when I'm done, I have to accessorize it.
So it's abstract.
Abstract
it's
art.
oh
Yes,
man, it's
you
what's
never
in
know.
your mind
It's what's
that's
in
coming
my
out.
mind.
I love
Maybe
it.
my feeling might be circles.
Yes.
Today I am feeling the long lines. You understand?
Yes.
So, yeah.
And how do the guests that visit Howelton typically respond to your creations?
They use a lot of great words. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Your work is really beautiful, and that inspires me. The fact that they can actually see me doing it here,
Yes.
even if I'm not making the bags here, but they can see me painting the bags. So I go from the process to the product.
Wow.
So I bring in the empty shell, and then at the end, you will see the work of art onto
And are
the bag.
these yours as well?
Yes.
These
this
are bamboo
is
as well?
all bamboo.
Oh wow.
So accessories.
Very lovely.
Very, very light and elegant.
Wow.
See? Again, handcrafted, hand painted.
And then it looks like you can almost mix and match. It looks
Mix
like
and
you have
match.
several different collections here.
I do.
Wow, this is
Yes,
brilliant.
I do.
Well, listen, we thank you for sharing the soul and spirit of Saint Lucia.
Beautiful.
And thank you very much for showing us your collection.
Thank you.
Christy Samuels of Christy Creations.
You're watching The Soul of Saint Lucia.
A big part of the creative experience here at Howelton Estate is the Batik studio, and it's time to go and see exactly what this is all about. Della,
Hi again.
tell
How are you,
us,
Richard?
tell us what's going on. This is Della and Jeremy. Jeremy is doing his thing already.
Yes, as you can see, he is now waxing actually. He's painting.
This is an ancient art form, eh?
It is. It's actually an Asian technique used by the Indonesians to create patterns or designs on a fabric, okay, using layers of wax and dye.
Okay, and what type of wax do we use?
Right now we're using the paraffin wax and also the beeswax. Okay, so these two we use together. We have it melted,
Okay.
and then it binds well together with the
And so that's what he's painting on around the design.
correct.
And then we'll grab our calabash bowl with the dye,
Dyes,
right?
Yes.
All right.
So actually for the batik artist himself, he usually starts off getting a piece of fabric, okay? So it can be 100% cotton, silk, or rayon. So the batik artist would first draw or sketch his design, and after which point, like he's doing right now, he would apply the wax. Now you want to apply the wax in any area you do not want color, okay? So wherever you don't want color, you would then place the wax in that spot. Now with these two designs here, as you can see, he has already placed the wax in this one, and there he has deep dyed the yellow color, okay, and everywhere that has been waxed is actually now still white, and only the yellow or unwaxed area has color.
And this is a finished product, right?
This is the finished product.
See, I'm following.
But to get to this nice piece compared to this waxy looking piece, he has to actually boil it. Okay, place the fabric in boiling water which will relieve it of all the extra wax and dye.
Wow.
Okay, and of course you need to let it out to dry, and this will be your final piece. Now every time you apply dye, it needs to take 24 hours to dry. So the more colors, it means it's going to be a longer process.
Okay.
Next thing to know, which is very important, for a true or genuine piece of batik, the design is on both sides. Okay, so that's very important to know, because you might be fooled. So the true, genuine batik, the design is on both sides. Now another easy way the artist would go about doing his sketches or designing, then he would use this, we call it the hand stamp or the batik jab. You would dip it into the hot wax, and as you can see, they all have the different designs behind you. And
you're wearing one, aren't you?
Of course, yes.
These are the cocoa pods. Love it. Love it.
All right, so just stamp it on the fabric and your design is there. Very easy way to go.
So this is one of the fantastic demonstrations you can get right here at Howelton. Thank you very much for sharing this with us, Stella.
My pleasure.
Jeremy, well done, well done. Thank you for sharing it with us.
You're watching The Soul of Saint Lucia.
Welcome to Shopping Therapy. The first thing you need is a basket, because you can't leave here without grabbing some of these unique items. So whether you need magnets, there's some fabulous, I love these bamboo wind chimes. Remember, bamboo is the national plant of Saint Lucia, and we saw the sitters from gem art and a wide variety of these fabulous batik and tie-dye fabrics. Really, really amazing. I see the coconut oil has caught my eye over here. All right, and listen, I feel as if I need a bigger basket. The chocolate, the coconut oil, the coconut coasters, this is pretty amazing. And I love that you can get the organic chocolate in 60%, 45% cocoa, 70%. Love, 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 love that. All right. You're a doll collector, it's here as well. And the batik is pretty amazing here at Howelton. Kaftans, that's your thing? Or maybe you collect mugs. Yeah, I like that. Really good, eh? With a map of the island and showing all the areas where cocoa is grown. Bean to bar process of Saint Lucian chocolate. Yeah, I think I'll get that. And my favorite, I love this heliconia coaster set. So I'm gonna grab that as well. So much to choose from. And if you're a fan of Christie's work, then it's all here. The bamboo jewelry and these nice little tote bags, purses, clutches, it's all here for you. So a nice way to round out your experience here at Howelton Estate in Saint Lucia. What an amazing day. And I will tell you, as we always say, different strokes for different folks, but life is all about experiences. Let me tell you, if you can get Howelton Estate included in your itinerary, you should. And let me give you a tip. Make sure you are taking along a piece of identification, because there's some fabulous duty-free shopping here as well, with all the items that are created and handcrafted on property. And certainly you want to get that organic chocolate, but don't you ever leave without getting the homemade banana and coconut ice cream. Until our next adventure, we're at Howelton Estate, circa 1896. Let her inspire you.